Every time I see these magical words, I know it's going to be a good time. Especially when it's about mining a rock. And I feel like we can do this for a long time. So we abuse the rock, its shards fly everywhere, these little weirdos make stuff out of those shards. We built a building creatively named the Stash, so we gotta get all our shards all the way over there. Any second now they're gonna start landing in that building. All of those shards were worth 53, which means we can build the Slam Club, which is a place your mom goes every weekend, and the Express, which has runners, but we need another Gnorp to do that. So now that we have this built, I think we can actually just build another Gnorp out of this. So that means we could build the other building again. So I think these guys break the rock, the other ones will collect the rock. That is once we build a house, because they need places to live. So we'll build a few of those, because I feel like we're going to need a lot of indentured servers. Okay, we're going to build the Express as well. So that's going to pop out somewhere. That should have little guys collecting the rocks. And the ones over here are going to run and slam their head into it. I think they die after that, but that's okay. Their sacrifice will be remembered forever. These guys will come and collect the rocks. I can also manually help them along, but it's funnier that they headbutt it. I do think I want another runner though, if I can afford that, because they're not moving very quickly. And we've just received a multiplier bar at the top, so the more I manually click, the more that number goes up, and we get a multiplier for all sorts of things. We're going to buy meditation for my head slammer guy, so they're going to meditate before hitting the rock. They're going to spend 4 seconds pre-slam, and then get extra range. So these guys have to walk less far. Their legs aren't very big, so it is a struggle. Might have to turn my graphics setting down, this one's pretty intense. Well, for a minute, I'm just going to go ahead and do this and mine a giant pile of stones for them to move, because we're going to need these to upgrade everything anyway. I just bought another house because I accidentally clicked on it, but that does give more homes, so we can get more workers. I'm also going to increase their carrying capacity by 1, so they can actually carry, I think, double now. I also bought a few more slammers, so we're going to have a lot more hitting the rock, so I hardly need to do any clicking. We're getting quite a stockpile going. We're also going to get them warm up, which is going to be +1 damage per jump performed. So they're going to meditate and warm up. That way they smash their head extra good. Just like that. And the rocks fall all the way back to here. Okay, we're going to increase the capacity carriers one more time. That was a 50% increase. They carry 3 each. I'm also going to build up their house a little bit more. That way we can get another weirdo who's just arrived. So we're going to get another runner to make sure they're really moving those stones along. They're actually getting to the stockpile, which means we probably need another slammer. I'm going to build a little bit more housing because our resources are starting to pile up. That way we get lots of more weirdos moving in, so I can just generate faster. I can see this getting really addictive. We're going to have an army of idiots building a mountain of ore. So let's increase the capacity of these guys. Let's create another few runners to make sure the shards are just moving along. And capacity again. We're starting to make resources so quickly that I can actually almost buy them in real time. But that means we need another slammer. And they're going to do a warm-up. They're going to do more jumps, so the rocks will take more damage. I think they will fly further or have bigger chunks. I think what we need is more housing. One of the new guys has moved in. We need more slammers. We need lots and lots of slammers because the carriers are getting too far ahead. Capacity for these guys is going up several times. They're going to get well ahead on their carrying abilities, so we need more slammer or auto-clicking. So we're going to buy the House of Shards, which I think is going to give me access to new upgrades. But then I'm also going to build more housing, so we got lots of little workers to deal with that stuff. Now we're getting archery range, analysis lab, all sorts of things. But I mostly want more slammers right now. We're going to put our new workers into that. We got 4 more Gnorps on the way. If we spend 204 Gnorps, we can have archer ones, so they will shoot the rock instead of smashing our head into it. So we're clearly going to need a lot of housing to house all these morons. These are going to get expensive, but that's the point. So let's go ahead and buy the archery range, and then we need a little bit more housing to get something else, but that's perfectly fine because we'll scroll over here and get them more housing. I think I see the arrows landing in, so they fire from way back here, so that's just more and more shards. And for $650, we can get fire arrows, which hopefully is a worthwhile upgrade. But I think the more things I can have hitting this rock, the better we're all going to be. There we go, it's on fire, so it's absolutely pouring out. Perfect. Now the little carriers are going to have their work cut out. While I'm at it, we're going to build the Gnorp Propulsion Lab, which is going to unlock bombers that fall onto the rock and destroy the rock. So we're going to put a bomber on board. You know what? We're going to put a few of these bombers. There's 4 bombers. So we might actually be producing rock now faster than the carriers can carry it away. So they'll need some upgrades too. It's always going to be a balancing act. But first things first, we're going to need more house for more idiots. Our mountain of goodies is growing. So another 2 runners and their capacity is going up as well to hopefully start tearing down this mountain we're building. Capacity is going to go up one more time. They're able to carry 9 shards per idiot. The bombers go a long ways up. You can see their bombs dropping every once in a while. The next upgrade for them is 150,000, so it's going to be a little while before we can afford that sort of thing. We're going to buy the Rock Analysis Lab. This provides housing for 2 idiots and will also get us new stuff. We just need 1 idiot put in there first. Okay, house is done. Rock Analysis Lab built. Look at this mountain. We need better collectors. You guys got to get it together over here. I guess I can make a few more runners while we're at it because we got more idiots on the way. Not sure what's happening here. It looks like the pile is going back into the rock. Your pile just compressed, and out from the rock came a mysterious spiky ball. It might be a good idea to build the Rock Analysis Lab if you haven't already. My star left. So I think I need this for whatever that was. Zybellium collection. We can also get weak spot discovery. So maybe when a pile gets too big, it collapses in on itself, because it looks like we're going to need to collect pink stuff now, so I need more houses for more idiots. I think the rock is actually slowly jumping back into itself, if I'm seeing this correctly, so we got to get back ahead on things. One more house for $1,600. These are getting expensive. But we're going to get the Zybellium collection, which is just an idiot in a hot air balloon taking a sweet time. We're going to start a combo chance. There's a 20% chance now that the combo can start building, I believe. I'm also going to get another 3 runners and increase their capacity a little bit more because we're still producing rocks faster than they can take it away. And you know what? Another 10% capacity is still a really big upgrade. The most expensive thing to buy is quickly turning into more houses for more people. Luckily, I've got a rock to click on while I wait. My hot air balloon finally collected this star, which gave us a whole bunch of new things. But before doing any of that, we're going to buy some houses because I know we're going to need idiots no matter what. I think next we're going to get the Cocoa Cafe. Unlocks Mountaineers, which climb the pile and throw shards for others to pick up, and provides housing for 3 idiots as well. So we'll go ahead and throw out a Mountaineer or 2, just so they can throw the pile a little bit further along. And looks like the carriers are collecting the pile faster than we can generate. So we need more houses, more workers. I think I want to upgrade the archery range using my star power, because it turns my fire arrows into rocket arrows. It's going to deal 15 damage up from 3. Hopefully that was worth it because that was the only star I have, but it should be a lot more damage to produce a lot more of this stuff. So I switched the arrows back to normal arrows, which should therefore turn into rocket arrows, which I think is firing the shards much bigger further. I'm going to give my little guys improved digging as well for the mountains, and I'm going to buy another Mountaineer. We're just going to keep trying to build up a mountain and have a little Mountaineer at the top, throwing it all out like that. So I can keep an eye on the ratio here. The damage is currently outweighing collection, so that's probably a good thing. We'll always be producing and there'll always be someone to carry it away. Although we are going to pick up the speed by 1 pixel per second for the collectors. Plus every time we do an upgrade, it unlocks a new upgrade further down that line. So collection and damage are almost equal. If I increase our capacity, it probably will about balance out. In fact, we're even collecting faster than we can produce, so we gotta make more idiots. I'm going to have the headbutters do a little more warm-up burst. They're going to do a little more damage every time they headbutt. Because I guess I do need a stockpile for the Mountaineers really to do much work. Without a mountain, there can be no Mountaineers. The next house costs $5,300. The one after that is going to be $8,000. My 2 new idiots are here in their house, so we're going to get 2 more slammers to hopefully get the damage up a little bit. We're also going to increase our combo chance and give them more warm-up. Hopefully their damage will increase a little bit. Currently the rockets are doing the most damage aside from my clicking. Since we simply need more damage, we're going to turn combo chance up to 60%. That means it's going to be going off more often than it's not. Sometime later, we have the $8,000 we need for 1 more house, which means 2 more idiots. And those are no doubt going to be slammers at this point because of their high combo chance. We got 13 of them. Their damage can almost keep up with an auto clicker. Next, I'm going to turn the combo chance up to 80%, which is max, so 4 to 5 times they're getting extra hits. So the headbutters are actually doing more damage than the auto clicker at this point, and that's great because we're going to make them do even more damage since they're multi-hitting anyway. And now they're doing far more damage than my auto clicker, so we'll let them enjoy smashing their head for a few hours. It hasn't actually been that long and we've mined up quite a mountain, so the Mountaineers are working away, but we have $130,000, so we're going to buy a few more houses. And a few more houses again, just so we get more workers. We have $37,000 left over. So we're going to do a little more damage out of these guys, since again they hit multiple times. We're also going to get 2 more of them. And we're going to get 2 more collectors, and also their capacity is going up by 20%. I just want to make sure my damage is staying ahead of my collection. So I'm going to get another 2 of these and another 2 collectors, and then the mountain will still continue to grow. Because it's just not big enough. And we'll let them run like this for a little bit. Quite some time later, we got $3 million, and I was hoping for more than 4 prestige points. But with all that money, we're definitely going to build some extra houses, although they're already up to $200,000 each. There's $300,000, we've already spent $1 million. So I'm going to build the Academy, because that's $64,000. Also, Gun versus Rock unlocks gnorps with expensive guns and robotics. Then we're also going to get Ultra Boost for the bombers for 150,000, increase bomber damage by 5 times, which is enormous. In the Rock Analysis Lab, we're going to get Balloon Gunner. And we can also get Rifle Gnorp. There's also going to be Gattle Gnorp soon, which I think is a Gatling gun, and also Grenade Launcher. So many guys with so many guns. And we do have a pretty good pile going. Our damage is currently up to 8,000, the collection is just under 7,000. So we still need a few houses, as expensive as these are. We'll also give our mountain guys a little more digging width, because that's actually reasonably cheap. Upgrades on the bombers, we're going to get another 4 of these. Those will help do extra damage. And I'm hoping all of this will help us get to our next prestige point. The upgrades to the bombers did actually make them the most damaging to the rock. Since I have some money left over, I'm going to increase the speed a few times and also the capacity of the collectors to try and get rid of this giant pile. And that actually helped get my prestige point. And we're definitely not making it to the next prestige point anytime soon, so we're going to do just that. Which means our entire mountain got sucked back into the rock. And the prestige points I took are this. Basically, the slammers are better. This one, for every 7th house you build, it builds another for free. Very important. Fire deals 2.5 times damage, and it works faster. This one, fire damage has a range better. And this one, fire breath unlocks slammers will spray Gatler bullets on 7th combo. And those together mean we also unlock this, the more the merrier. Increase the multiplier by 0.1 for every 4 employed gnorps. You get 1 bonus gnorp every 10 minutes. Unlocks auto housing, which allows you to automatically build houses when you have enough shards. Other than that, we just need to put them right back to work. Fire damage is going to be our friend. I didn't do much, we already have 100 and something shards, so there's some houses. And I can use my auto clicker to get some of these shards over to their home quicker. And after doing that, we're quickly stacking up several hundred more shards already. So we need the express, that's what's going to make the runners come out and start taking the things back themselves. So we'll build up about 4 of those and we'll increase our capacity quite a lot right away, that way we can start making money. As for the slammers, we're definitely going to need a few of those as well, and that's going to help get us going. I wish houses would stay this cheap forever. There's 44 for another house and 64 for the next house. We'll help jump them ahead just a little bit with the auto clicker. Our multiplier can already go up to 2.4 times, so that's a really big increase. I'm going to get another 2 slammers and another 2 runners. So it doesn't take long before we can start building up quite a mountain. We're going to give these guys some extra damage with extra jumps. And we're clearly going to need a little more capacity for the carriers as well as a few more houses. And the House of Shards so we can start building other stuff. We're also getting a lot of extra gnorps coming in, and that feels good because we need as many of those as we could possibly find. So we currently have 1500 shards, we got 11 extra gnorps, so we could definitely get an archery range. And that can come with fire arrows, and that's good because with all of our perks, fire does more damage. And we're also going to get the Gnorp Propulsion Lab because that's going to unlock bombers. And since I currently have enough room for about 5 of these guys, 6 of these guys, we're going to get 6 of them because bombers can do a lot of damage, especially once we slap Ultra Boost on there. But now this is on fire, so the damage is doing lots just based on fire. The problem with picking archery though like that is I don't think I can add any more archers, at least not at this point, so it's kind of a limited upgrade. But as long as I can buy more houses and keep spawning in Gnorps, we'll be a-okay. We currently have quite a mountain and another mountain building quickly, so we're going to get 5 more runners and then increase our capacity. Also, multipliers jumped up to 3.6 times now, and the longer we wait, the more Gnorps I think we'll get, and the higher that multiplier is going to go. I think we've also got one of those contraction events, I can't remember what it's called, but we're getting contractions. And that put that thing up in the sky, so we're going to get both that and weak spot as soon as we get another Gnorp. But he'll go collect that shard and we'll upgrade something good. We did make $8,000 back already, so we're going to increase the speed of these little guys. Then we're going to upgrade or buy as many houses as we can to get more of these idiots to work. Then maybe we'll just put some of the basic slammers on for now. They're not super strong at this point, but we can increase their combo quite a lot. We can also get this. It requires at least 10 runners, which we have. Slammers are inspired by expedience of runners. Slammers' movement speed is doubled. And since we've unlocked weak spot, we can actually make the bombers trigger weak spot on hit. So weak spot appears every 2 minutes. Weak spots can be clicked for 300 damage. We're also going to make that appear more often. We don't see any weak spots currently, I don't think, but they'll show up again. My little balloon man is collecting the star. I'm also going to get the Cocoa Cafe and the robotics. Apparently we can get a drone for only $300. We've only got so much room for them apparently. We'll get a few drones because they do eat some of the things as well. We can put them in efficiency mode, reducing the overall movement speed and consumption. Descent rate is reduced, acceleration reduced, consumption is reduced to 50 from 6. I don't think that's worth it. We're going to let them go for now. They do eat some of the shards to sustain themselves, but they will help collect. And it looks like my headbutters are still doing the most damage, so it looks like we're going to get more of them. They're also going to do more jumps and higher combo chats. Since fire is so good, I'm going to give all of my slammers fire breath. Slammers will now breathe fire on their 7th combo, deals 30 times slammer damage as fire. Hopefully that was worth it. We can next unlock Gun vs. Rock and then also get the Garden and Academy. But wouldn't you know it, we need more houses. And I know I'm going to get a free house at some point. I've probably already gotten a few in fact. Okay, we're going to get Gun vs. Rock at this point. And we still got lots of resources left over to spend. I probably do need at least a single mountaineer, so we're going to throw one of those up. A rifle Gnorp or 2 is probably also going to help. So we're going to take one of those for now. The next one's 10,000, so I'll buy another one shortly. Okay, there's the second one. The more combos my headbutters do, the more likely we are to have fire, so we're going to turn the combo chance up to 80%, which is max. But now our damage is almost twice our collection. Luckily I do have 3 extra Gnorps sitting around, so I can actually just get 3 more runners and increase our capacity by quite a bit. Now I just let things run for a little while and come back to great riches. Alright, the pile is getting big. We even have our little mountaineer at the top. Well, for $300 and something thousand, we're definitely going to buy a few more houses. I should probably also unlock Balloon Gunner. And now we're going to make a nice investment in the future. Additional housing. Every 3rd house you build, it builds another for free, applies retroactively. This does take 9 Gnorps and 1 star to do, but that means it's very powerful too. So that means they're going to work building more houses, so we have 18, 19 more, 18 on the way. So we're going to have about 30 Gnorps to spend, so I'm going to buy probably another 12 Slammers and also upgrade their warm-up. And then we're going to buy another as many as we can of the collectors, so we're up to 30 of those, and we're going to increase our capacity. So our damage is 55,000, a collection should creep up over 30. We're still doing way more damage than we are collection, but we can still fix that by buying more collectors. Okay, damage can continue climbing, we're at 83,000, collection is about 50,000. Houses are still only 40,000, this next one is going to be 60,000, but they all add up. Well, we're going to buy the Academy. And since we already have 20 runners, we can get that upgrade. So these guys lift shards with their mind energy and send them to the stash, gains mind energy based on 40% of the shards delivered by runners. So we need to make sure these guys are moving at capacity. So they're going to go up to 22, and we're even going to make another couple runners. I also need a single star to make one of these guys, but as soon as we find one of those, we'll be ready to go. Luckily, we did just have our compression event, so we got another star waiting to be picked up by the balloon very slowly. And with all the Gnorps we have now, we are up to 7 times multiplier. We're going to increase the speed of our runners by actually 50% at this point. They're up to 3 pixels per second. Now look at them go. Our collection will go up quite a bit just on that. And as soon as this little idiot puts the thing in the thing, we get a big upgrade. I'm really hoping this is worth it because he costs 1 star. Out he goes, he's gonna help the collectors. That did actually put the collection up about as high as damage at 130,000. And while we were waiting, we saved up another $350,000, so we're gonna build 2 more housing units. Because we still need more slammers. We're gonna buy those 2 and 1 more very shortly. And those 25 slammers means mountaineers can jump further and dig 20% faster. So collection is going to be better, even though we really don't need it at this point. There is so much collection happening. I'm going to buy 1 grenade launcher Gnorp because I've never tried that. And we're also going to buy several more rifle Gnorps. These get really expensive really quickly. That's 640,000. But we need the damage to try and keep up to the collection now because we're going to run out very soon. I'm also going to get weak spot, so weak spot damage is tripled. When that shows up, it's going to do a lot more. And we're going to need more houses still. Because I'm really hoping I can just buy a few more slammers, and that's going to help balance out the damage to collection ratio. Because I'm very sad that my mountain has disappeared on us. I've also swapped my archers to ice arrows because they're a little bit more expensive. I was hoping they would be enough to kind of tip the balance. Our damage is about equal with collection currently, so we're making progress. And because of the house we just built, we're going to have 7 extra gnorps. That's going to be raw damage. I'm putting that all into slammers. I've been waiting patiently. My little weirdos have earned $11 million. Otherwise known as enough for about 1.5 houses. In reality, we're going to buy quite a few houses, but I want to keep $5 million to see what other kind of fun things we can afford. We do have lots of bombers, so I'm going to spend $150,000 on the Ultra Boost, and then we can maybe buy more bombers, because their damage has fallen way off compared to some of the others. So I'm going to buy another that many of them. We got 7 more idiots coming in for the house. Our damage moved up to 320,000. The bombers did move up, but they're still not nearly as much as the headbutters. So let's buy one more house. That still leaves us with $1.8 million left over. And let's give these little guys a few more jumps. And then we are going to buy another that many of those, and then another 5 collectors. On top of that, their speed is maxed out. There is the Geek protocol as well, but we'll increase our capacity for now. So damage is up to about 350,000. Collection is 260. The mountain is getting big. Some more mountaineers might be a good idea as well. Let's try the Geek protocol because that unlocks a new building. Also, runners no longer need to jump to deliver. That's because we have a 1 Zignorp. So that actually jumped collection up to 330,000, which was a big increase. The new building seems very complicated and confusing to use. Whatever we've done has worked because our collection is about 380,000 suddenly and damage is 400,000, so it's almost in balance. So all I'm hearing is buy more slammers. More slammers, more time. We're gonna let this run for the next 100 years and come back to $400 billion.